Welcome back to another episode of Chatty Chit Chats with your girl Chatty. And this is episode 2, y'all. Episode 2 of season 3. I'm so excited to be back. I do want to make a quick disclaimer to apologize for the formatting in episode 1 of season 3, this first episode. I'm trying to get it together, y'all. Okay, if you guys know, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you right now. This podcast is all about the real raw. I haven't put a lot of funding into this podcast because for me, it's more about getting my message out. It's about getting my voice out, right? It's more about that for me. And of course, over time, we're going to have a lot of changes and upgrades to the podcast, but we're getting it together. It's a one-man show. I'm working on it. Okay, bear with me. Another thing is today's episode is going to be a little different. I'm sure y'all read the title. It's going to be juicy and it is a little bit outside of our box, but I did mention that I'm going to start doing these anonymous confessions. So while we're waiting for you guys, our viewers, to send in these questions, a lot of the podcast runs on the questions that are sent in by you guys. We're going to have some fun today, and we're going to be talking about some of these confessions that I found online, just like your most dirtiest confessions, your most rawest, realest confessions. I want to share of what made me actually want to get into these confessions, because I was just randomly scrolling online and I came across a confession of this. He's an older guy. He's like not older guy, but like he's confession is from when he was 12 years old, but he's now in his 40s, and he just wanted to get this off his chest. So he anonymously confessed that when he was 12 years old, his grandpa came to live with him and his family. His grandpa was really sick at the time, and they had him set up in a den space beside the kitchen downstairs. Everybody else's rooms were upstairs. So this one particular night, he decides to go downstairs after hours, like after 12 a.m. Everybody's upstairs sleeping. Grandpa's sleeping. And Grandpa's hooked up to all these machines. So he goes downstairs to go to the kitchen and has to bypass where Grandpa sleeps to go to the kitchen. And he ends up tripping over a cord. And he keeps going to the kitchen, not really thinking anything of it, gets his little snack and goes back up to his room, eats his snack, and goes to bed. The next morning, the family wakes up and he hears his mom like screaming downstairs. Grandpa is dead. Okay, Grandpa has expired. And he realizes that the cord that he unplugged was basically the cord that kept him breathing. And he has never confessed this to his family, but he just has always known from the age of 12 that he caused his grandfather's death. And I mean, just imagine living with that. Imagine how deep that is, especially from like 12 years old, especially if you realize at that age that he did that. Like coming to a realization a little bit older is still so traumatizing, but like having that heavy information like on you at such a young age and never telling anyone. I'm glad he at least got a way to like share it. That's why these anonymous spaces are so important. A lot of stuff going on behind closed doors, a lot of stuff that people, I think everybody has secrets, right? Or a secret at least. So come share those secrets with me. Bring them to the Chatty Chit Chats podcast. Let me air them out for you. Get them off your chest. It's important. So these are spicy anonymous confessions, okay? So let's get right into the first one. The first one says, my best friend's husband. That's what it's called. The title is My Best Friend's Husband. You already know where it's going with that. It says, I slept with my best friend's husband. It wasn't planned. One too many drinks and a secret attraction that exploded. Now every time I see her, I feel guilty, but I can't stop wanting him. That's it. These are really short. I looked for really, really short ones because we ain't got time to be reading epistles on here or essays, okay, just to get a little story out. Because by the time I get to the end, I done forgot the front, okay, at the beginning. So these are short, and that's really all it is. This one is a little bit ratchet. Of course you're going to feel guilty. You done slept with the girl's man. Talking about, but you can't stop wanting him. Do better. This is ridiculous. You already done slept with the best friend's husband, though. You already slept with the best friend's husband. You said it wasn't planned. Okay, that doesn't matter. It happened. A secret attraction. So you let that secret attraction build into something that you let turn physical with your best friend's husband. Grimy. Comment down below how y'all feel about that one. I'm gonna move on. Of course, you should feel guilty, and you need to try to stop wanting him. Like, cut communication and all of that stuff. Like, what are we talking about here? Okay, number 2, engagement regret. My fiance proposed last month and everyone thinks I'm glowing in happiness. The truth, I already regret saying yes and I'm secretly texting my ex. Oh my God. Why does everybody think you're glowing in happiness? You're well faking it. Okay, communication is so real. So what are you going to do? You just got proposed to. And you know damn well you didn't want to say yes when he proposed. Like, we got to stop saying yes out of like just guilt or just being in the moment. And you're secretly texting your ex. You're already cheating and you ain't even gotten nowhere yet. Oh my God. Okay, number 3, double life. My boyfriend thinks I work late nights, but I've been living a second life with a sugar daddy. I love the gifts, but the guilt is eating me alive. Y'all in this guilt. The guilt ain't eating you alive enough. Okay? Talking about the guilt is eating you alive. The guilt ain't eating you alive enough because you still over there talking about living a second life with your sugar daddy. So why not just be with your sugar daddy? Because it's given that he's giving you everything you need right there. So, girl, that's a lot. That's a lot. But I mean, number 4, sister's ex. My sister's ex kissed me and I kissed him back. It was only a moment, but I can't stop thinking about it. And a part of me hopes it happens again. Who are these people? Gosh, all of the confessions today so far are just about cheating. Your sister's ex kissed you and you kissed him back. You clearly wanted that. Y'all clearly been thinking about that separately, whatever, until it happened. This is a lot. Y'all been looking at each other. You said part of you hopes it happens again. So you ain't got no loyalty to your sister? Damn. Number 5, dating 2 brothers. Yeah, dating 2 brothers. I started dating a guy casually, then I met his brother, and now I'm secretly seeing them both. Neither of them know. It's the most thrilling and dangerous thing I've ever done. Dangerous is right. Dangerous is right. Okay? You better be careful out here. These men are dangerous. Okay? And you're putting yourself in a predicament where this is not going to end well at all, ever. You better have your passport ready to run away. Okay? Because... and are the brothers close? Like, this is just a lot. Okay, number 6, married and lonely. I've been married 7 years and my husband barely notices me anymore. So I downloaded a dating app. I don't want to cheat, but I'm scared I already crossed the line by swiping. So your husband needs to notice you. I mean, this is what happens when you're not being noticed in your relationship, right? When you start feeling like you're forgotten, when you start feeling like you're not a priority, when you don't feel sexy no more around your person. This is what's going to happen. Obviously, you're going to look for that attention elsewhere. You haven't cheated. Downloading a dating app is not cheating. However, I feel like just have a conversation. I think maybe, 7 years is a good amount of time. It's not a long time, but it is a solid relationship. And sometimes things get like complacent and the routine of day to day can kind of get in the way. And sometimes it's just a reminder thing where you guys have to like date again, right? So I would say have the conversation with your husband, delete the app, have the conversation. If he's not putting effort, then what are you in the relationship for, right? If he's not willing to make you feel noticed or any of that, right? If he's not willing to put the effort, then get back to swiping, okay? Download the app again and delete and divorce, okay? Number 7, jealous best friend. My best friend is getting married and I'm supposed to be her maid of honor. But every time I try on the dress, all I feel is jealousy. I don't want to watch her live the life I wanted. Whoa. It's okay to be like, wanting some of the things that you see other people having for yourself. But I think worry about your time when it's your time. Your time will come when it's your time. Right now, you have to support your friend, right? You have to support your friend. You have to put your feelings aside for this moment and support your friend. And you have to change your mindset and know that the life that she's living, if that's something you want for yourself, as far as having a partner, getting married and things like that, you have to believe that that's going to happen for yourself and put yourself in and I guess in the positions for that to happen for you, where you can meet somebody. Make sure you're going out, you're putting yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what your boundaries are, you know what you're looking for, and that can happen for you too. But I think like being envious of somebody in this kind of way is dangerous for your friendship, right? Because that can cause resentment later if you're like literally jealous of her life in that way, and it's making you feel these negative things. Number 8, fake pregnancy scare. I lied to my boyfriend about possibly being pregnant just to see how he'd react. He was terrified, and I felt powerful for once. Now I don't know how to admit the truth. You lied to your boyfriend about possibly being pregnant just to see how he'd react. Well, first of all, calm down. You said you're possibly pregnant. Just tell him you're not. The hell? Why are you going so deep? You said you felt powerful for once. Let's talk about that line, because that line has a big meaning behind it. Why did you need to do that in order to feel powerful in your relationship? Why did you need to lie about being possibly pregnant to get a reaction from him? Like, that means that you're missing something in your relationship, and that needs to be addressed. Admitting the truth, I mean, you don't really have to tell him that you lied about possibly being pregnant. You don't have to tell him this whole scenario. Just tell him you're not pregnant. You thought that you might be pregnant. You're not pregnant. Boss affair. Number 9 is boss affair. My boss is married, but we've been hooking up in hotel rooms after work trips. Part of me knows it'll blow up one day, but the danger is what keeps me coming back. The danger is what keeps you coming back. That's the danger is what keeps me coming back. You should be ashamed of yourself. Like, why are y'all happy going into marriages where people are like actually together? Why are you guys okay with that? And your boss? I mean, he's the real issue here, but you're the one that wrote the question, so we got to address you, right? Number 10, secret crush on wife's friend. Every time my wife invites her best friend over, I can barely look in her eyes. I fantasize about her constantly. I've never acted on it, but the desire is there, and it's terrifying. You need to have some self-control. You're fantasizing about her constantly, like control, self-control. You know that's not okay. No, I mean, if it's just in your brain, I guess, but it's just, inappropriate. Number 11, the ring isn't for her. I bought an engagement ring, but it's not for the woman I'm currently with. I'm too scared to end things, so I'm living a lie every day. So you're with somebody, but you bought an engagement for somebody because you have a whole relationship outside of this relationship. That's what you're saying. You've been cheating. Why are you scared to end things? Stop being a punani and end the relationship. You already bought a freaking engagement ring for somebody else. Like, what are you waiting for? Why are you dragging this person along? And your new person that you bought this engagement for, they should be scared too, because what is this? How are you already bought a ring with this kind of energy going on the ring? No. Nope. Inappropriate. Number 12. My dirty little escape. Everyone sees me as the perfect wife and mom, but once a month I book a hotel room alone, lie to my family, and pretend I'm single again. It's my dirty little escape. This is so funny. It's kind of cute, but very inappropriate. Very inappropriate. I don't think it's a problem for you to book a hotel once a month alone. I don't think you should be lying to your family about it. I don't think you need to. Just tell your partner and your family that you need a break and you want a night off and you want to go to the hotel. Pretending that you're single again, no. But thanks for letting us know your dirty little secret. Thanks. I mean, it's anonymous. I'm going to share my truest thoughts. They're raw and they're real. But until the next episode, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, comment, everything in this video. Love and light. Deuces. Peace. Bye.